The invention of umbrella can be traced back as early as 3,500 years ago in China. China is still one of the earliest sources. There are many folk legends among which the most widely spread. One is the story about Lu Ban inventing umbrella. Lu Ban is a Chinese renowned carpenter, engineer and inventor, created the first umbrella. According to the records of Jade Chips, umbrella was invented by Lu Ban's wife out of care and concern about her hardworking husband. As the folklore tells, daily meals delivered by Luban's wife Yun were often spoiled by townspoor. So, Luban built pavilions along the road. Later on, as inspired by children using lotus leaves for rain shelter, he invented the first umbrella by making a flexible framework covered by a cloth. Today, the Chinese make umbrellas and parasols from many materials: oil paper, silk, cotton, as well as plastic and nylon. The Chinese paper umbrella is still an important part of the Chinese culture and is widely regarded as valuable work of art due to the various mainly hand-painted decorations. Because many Chinese umbrellas were decorated with painted designs like dragons and Chinese scenes. Until now, there are still umbrellas that exist because we still use it in many different ways. We use them in rain, sun, and at the beach. Next invention, acupuncture. The oldest Chinese medicine book, Neijing, also known as the Classic of Internal Medicine of the Yellow Emperor, shows that acupuncture was widely used as the therapy in China much before the time it was written. It is an ancient Chinese medical technique for relieving pain, curing disease, and improving general health. It was devised before 2500 BCE in China and by the late 20th century was used in many other areas of the world. It also discovered in the tomb of Prince Liu Sheng, who died around 200 BC. This is a further proof that acupuncture was already in use in China more than 2,000 years ago. The ancient Chinese were very advanced in medicine. They had many thousands of years to experiment. One ancient Chinese legend tells of the heavens sending wise kings down to earth to help man survive in this new and hostile world. Another legend says that one of these kings was a taster. He tasted all the plants to find out which ones were safe for man and which ones were not. After many tasting and many experiments, this king identified many different plants that cured different ailments and diseases. The ancient Chinese made medicine from these plants. The holistic of unity between man and nature under the guidance of the theories of the channels and acupuncture points, its practice involved the insertion of needles into specific point on the body. The holistic concept of unity between man and nature, which stems from ancient Chinese philosophy, views the living individual as a component part of the universe and explains life activities with the theory of yin and yang. For instance, in the nature world, yin represents the earth, the moon, and the night, whereas yang represents the sky or heaven, the sun, and the day. Inside the human body, upward movement represent yang, whereas stability and downward represent in yin and yang govern as well as the body's interior. In acupuncture, the primary tool is the needle. Historically, needles were made of special stones or metals such as bronze, iron, gold, and silver. Next, the porcelain invention. Porcelain is a great invention of ancient China during the Han Dynasty, 206 before Christ to 220 before Christ, at a place called Changnan in the district of Fuliang, China. The earliest porcelain emerged in Shang Dynasty, 1600 to 1406 BCE, and Pachuru during the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 906 before Christ. During the Song Dynasty, 960 to 1279 before Christ era, porcelain production technology reached an unprecedented height due to the focus on shape and the tactile experiences of the glaze. Chinese porcelain was highly prized in the world, and many artworks had been introduced to the West through the Silk Road. The word porcelain is derived from porcellana, meaning a type of translucent shell. It describes any ceramic ware that is white and translucent, no matter what ingredients it contains or what it is made for. It is used by Marco Polo to describe the pottery he saw in China. In Chinese pottery, the porcelain clay barrel is typically heated in a kiln to between 1,200 and 1,400 degrees Celsius. These temperatures cause the formation of glass and other chemicals compounds, which in turn gives the porcelain its toughness, strength, and translucence. Chinese porcelain is one of the best examples of traditional Chinese art. It is typically made from the clay mineral kaolinite combined with pottery stone known as pezze, feldspar, and quartz. Other ingredients may include ball clay, bone ash, glass, steatite, and alabaster. The clays used in porcelain manufacture are usually lower in plasticity and shorter than other pottery clays. During its long and celebrated development, Chinese porcelain has spawned various excellent porcelain types in different periods, and groups of famous kilns emerge. There are the six most mainstream types of Chinese porcelain. First is Tang Sangkai, prevalent 700 to 900 AD. Tang Sangkai literally means Tang Dynasty 3 colors. It was the color glazed porcelain popular during the Tang Dynasty. Actually, it is not restricted to 3 colors, though the predominant colors are brown, green, and off-white. Second, the white porcelain, prevalent 1000 to 1400 AD. White porcelain is a classic type of traditional Chinese porcelain. The low iron body was decorated with transparent white glaze. It was pervasive during the Song era and acclaimed for its simple but elegant style and bright jade-like surface. Third, the blue and white porcelain, prevalent to 1400 to 1700 AD. Blue and white porcelain originated in the Tang and Song eras, but its technology didn't mature until the Yuan era 1279 to 1368 AD. Decorated with cobalt blue under the white glaze, blue and white porcelain is the most widespread and the best known in China. The most famous blue and white porcelain kilns were in Jingdezhen, the porcelain capital in China. Celadon normally refers to the traditional Chinese porcelain with green glaze. This term originally came from the West to describe the glaze ware produced in the Longquan kiln. It possessed a similar color to jade and gained high prices both at home and abroad. Before blue and white porcelain took center stage, Celadon was highly recognized by the Chinese imperial court. Fifth, the black porcelain, prevalent to 1000 to 1300. The earliest black porcelain appeared in the Shang and Zhou era, 1600 to 221 BC. However, not until the Song dynasty did it become pervasive. Then in the Ming dynasty, it declined in the popularity and was used as second-rate household product. Black porcelain, which developed as the foundation for Celadon porcelain, used a higher concentration of black iron oxide below the clear glaze. Lastly, the Qing porcelain or enamel-painted porcelain, prevalent to 1700 to 1900. During the Qing dynasty, enamel-painted porcelain became mainstream. It was elaborately painted porcelain, tailor-made for the Qing imperial court. Incorporating Cloisonné craftsmanship, Qing China employed many bright enamel pigments to create painted scenes under the glaze. It was sought after by Cloisonné and